So this is the project into it. So pretty much how I'm going to do this is I'm going to divide this up into different sections that we can go over. So here we have the vocal, the chords and stuff. The stuff is mostly like melodic stuff. Then we have the drums and perks and effects here, bass, and then chops. So yeah, let's jump straight into it. So this is the vocal. By the way, if you haven't heard the song, I'll play you a little bit right now. So I'll play you from the chorus.
Don't you only want me 'cause it's over? You only tell me I'm the one 'cause it's 2 a.m. You only call to get me closer.
I love how I'm still making changes even though the song's released like 6 months ago. Without even thinking about it, I just turned down the backing vocals a bit here. But anywho.
So I wanna believe you when you tell me you're missing me. I know you just probably saying that so you can fuck me, but it's over. You only want me 'cause it's, you only want me 'cause it's, you only want me 'cause it's over. You wanna tell me I'm the one.
So yeah, you can listen to the full. It's on my Spotify if you want to go check it out. If you're new and haven't heard that, there you go. That's pretty much the song. So yeah, this is the vocal. I didn't actually do too much to the... Yeah, I did a bit actually.
11 days and you
The vocal was pretty crispy when it got sent to me. The engineer did a good job. Let's see what it sounds like without effects.
11 days
Yeah.
and you called about 100 times.
It's very clean. I just added some, some verbs, some compression, what looks like a little bit EQing,
11 days,
just getting them lows out.
11 days, hiding when I need it.
Bit more compression.
Hiding when I need it.
That delay's not doing anything, actually. I don't know why I have that on. That's odd. But yeah, that's pretty much the
I'm
vocal.
the one.
Sweet, so these are the chords.
Hiding when I needed you most. You were
There's actually not much going on with the chords. I'll play it through for you. I'll leave it. I'll leave the effects and stuff in. It just gives it that atmosphere. But I'll go through it with you after as well. This is just the chords. Here. This is the chorus. So there isn't really anything too crazy going on. So here we've got... Okay, these are just some guitar plucks pitched up an octave. Yeah, cool. Got all the formants on, that's weird. I don't usually have that. And then we have some guitar, which actually sounds very terrible, but I guess it gets drowned out in the mix a little bit. Down here, we have an ARP, laid with some nice pads, and then some open pads here. So it's just stacking upon stacking for chords. These are very open, reverby, that's nice. We've got a guitar here. Some more chords. See, I wish I could show you the patches for these, but because I've bounced it to audio, I can't go into it. So pretty much what bouncing to audio is, if you don't know. Pretty much we have... Oh, by the way, these are cool. This is a patch in Contact in Session Strings. It's the first patch. Up here in mode, if you select Rhythm Animator instead of Velocity Switch, it'll just give you... You can choose your rhythms. This is like, your Coldplay kind of dun, 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 very like staccato kind of rhythm. But I thought that added something cool. Anywho, so yeah, I bounce a lot of my VSTs to audio because it just uses less CPU. If I'm happy with the sound, I'll usually just bounce it. I don't need to change it anymore. I could do it with this one, you know what I mean? I'm more than happy with that sound. But all you got to do is come over, go freeze track, which usually is a lot quicker than this. It's taken a long time now because I have so many VSTs open in this project. But yeah, come on. Any day. So now that's frozen, right? And then you click on it again, you double click here, this little box, and you go flatten. And all that does is it bounces it to audio. So you lose all your VSTs on it and everything, and you can't go back unless, Command Z to, undo what you've done. But that just bounces the sound to audio, and I find it much easier to work with. It's really good if you're working with like hip hop and stuff, because you can, go more into the audio and work on the transients. And we'll save that one for another video though. So yeah, pretty simple stuff for the chords. I don't see any. It's a nice analog synth. I think that was on. I made that on Silent actually. So everything's kind of just building up here. Yeah, so that's pretty much it for the chords. The effects in this song, they're very fun. Very fun from what I remember. So I'm actually going to skip straight to the second break, because this is where the fun starts, I think.
7 weeks and I'm still the one you think about.
Yeah, so the percussion is kind of playing a big role in this with the effects. It's creating a cool kind of atmosphere, like a pulling. I don't know how to describe it, but this is what it sounds like without the vocal. Yeah, so pretty much here we've got a lot of reverse effects and reverse things. I specifically want to go over this in another video, so I'm not going to go too much into detail about how I make these, reverse effects like this. Oh well, that's just a vocal reverse. Stuff like this. That's a good example. Because in this, it's not just a because usually when you do, the whole vocal reverse is you take the vocal, you cut a little bit of it, you put a reverb on it, you freeze it, and then you reverse it. So it has that, you know what I mean? Whereas this, it's got a chord to it. You can do that with synths, play a chord and then reverse it. But there's a way you can get, even cooler ambient sounds and reverbs. So I'll definitely go over that in detail in another video. Yeah, for this one, we've got this cool little effect, and it's layered with this one as well. That sounds mad. I didn't even realize that sounded that cool. Got another one there. Again here. Got a bit of atmosphere. Bit of that cymatics jam. Can't go wrong with that. Yeah, nice. Oh yeah, huge. So I use this a lot in my songs, especially my pop songs. Very simple again, but it creates such a cool atmosphere. It's just, the vocal pitched up an octave. I think she's about to say, see, I can trust you, but I don't. Yeah, so you just, you chop a little bit, you drown it with reverb, bit of compression. Usually what I'll also do is I'll go to my auto filter and do like a one of these ones, and then pitch it back up. Usually I'll cut it off more like this. Yeah, one of those ones. And yeah, just in the background, create some really nice atmosphere. Got another one here. It's just random. You just slap them in. There's no formula to it, Yeah, what do we got here? Oh yeah, just some cool melody plucks. Nice. Got another reverse down here. So yeah, utilize as much as you can. Reverse kind of. I'll do a quick one for you now. Actually, I just pretty much take a little bit here. I don't even know what this is. Why is this muted? Stop. Holy attack. What are you doing? Oh. So, what I've been using a lot lately is a plugin called Realm for reverb. This is a really nice plugin, and I'm pretty sure it's free, so jump on that. However, I don't use it for reverse reverbs. I use FabFilter Pro R. Beautiful plugin. I use a preset called Eternity, and the reverb literally goes for eternity if you pump the mix up full. Insane reverb. Anyway, you just slap that on, come over here, freeze track, does its little thing, bounce that to audio, flatten it, and then you've got this huge tail. Then you want to cut it, might cut a little bit more there, and you can reverse that, and then pretty much grab that, and then you know what I mean. You've got that.
Better now,
Yeah, and it's just the cool little effects. But yeah, that's that. The effects throughout the song kind of they do the same thing. They're just these pulling effects, and obviously your simple stuff like your sweeps and whatnot. But yeah, just transition stuff like this. Something I've been doing a lot lately actually as well. I didn't do it in this track, but what I'll do is put reverb on, a white noise sweep like that. I just feel like it gives it such good, just gives it a good clean transition. I've never done that before. Also with white noise, I should have done this as well, is to cut out all the low end. Just like that, because sometimes in white noise you get these, not in this one, but you get some terrible low end sometimes. But yeah, that's that. So let's go over some drums and percussion.
you only called to get me close.
There's not much to go over there. That's just proper simple. So I went through a phase where I was using clicks too much, but they get a bit boring. So I decided to, spice it up and just layer. I layered with this weird glocky kind of rim, and it sounds good.
Because you're down and drunk again.
So just a kick coming in here, and then some drums. Yeah, so that's pretty much what the percussion does there. Now, something I also want to mention is the second verse again. There's a specific rhythmic guitar that does a whole lot of damage, and it is here. This one. So that also fits well with the effects, really well. But yeah, this is under percussion because even though it's a guitar, I think it's still being used as a percussive element, and it works super well with the rest of the percussive elements here. Yeah, this is just a loop, by the way. I didn't make all that. I just took it straight from a sample pack. I'm a psycho. But yeah, that guitar is a contact guitar, and all I did was because it's hard to get, an acoustic guitar to play the rhythm if it's in a VST. So all you need to do is, what I did was I went into the VST and again, I froze it, bounced it to audio, and I got one specific, strum or pluck that I liked, and this was it. And I pretty much did the same one over and over. That's the exact same pluck, that's the exact same strum, just, copied over like this, a few times. But yeah. This is a nice little reverse. Change it up a little bit. But yeah, that's the most notable percussion. Yeah, let's jump into the drop now. Let's get into the juicy part, and I'll also show you some of the percussion in there.
You only want me 'cause it's you only want me 'cause it's
It's a vocal cut drop, so it's based around these synths, right? This is just a serum patch. I use a lot of serum patches for this kind of stuff, where the LFO is kind of like on the 1/4. But these are the synths. I will just slowly. What else we got? I've got the bass down here. Something really cool at the end here that I'll note is I did a cool little violin thing. Where is it? Man, this project is so messy. That little dun 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 dun. I'm trying to find it though. Oh, here it is. This thing. I thought that was pretty cool. So that's just a chop of the contacts we had with the Coldplay strings. This is just another string with a bit of distortion on it. We got some Camel Crusher going on. Makes a cool sound. Yeah, we've got a lot of cool percussion as well down here. Just highlighting that kind of rhythm. And yeah, these are the chops. The chops are pretty simple. I didn't have to do much because it's pretty much just the hook. And then it's layered with a like a falsetto. It's just an octave up. It's probably a little bit loud actually. I chopped the vocals and then again I froze it and then bounced it to audio. The effects we have on here though, we have a utility. You probably can't see it because my head's in the way, but we just have a utility. Just turning the game down a little bit. We also have a bit of reverb. We have, I'm using Little Altar Boy. It's turned off because this is the frozen version, but I used Little Altar Boy and pretty much turned the drive all the way up. I used some compression. I used a glue compressor. In another video, I'll go over how I do my chops properly, but yeah, that's pretty much what it sounds like soloed anyway. And then in the last drop, we've got this guitar come back in. Oh. There's also a little synth here I didn't pick up at first. It's like a little 80s kind of pluck that just adds a bit of melody there. The strums come back in there, layered with some cool pads, sidechained. For the sidechain, I use LFO tool. I love LFO tool. You just have a lot more control over the sidechain, in my opinion. I mean, you can use compressors. Obviously, like your glue compressor and your normal stock Ableton compressor, they're fine. I just like having, I can draw around and feels like it gives me more control at least. Anyway, that's the tune. Thank you guys for watching this tutorial or insight into my song Over. I'm going to be doing a bunch more videos. So just comment with what song you want to see the project of. If it's an old song like Oceans or Gorilla, I don't think I have the project to that because it's on my other computer. But everything in the past, like 2-ish years, I will definitely have the project to. I'm going to do a lot of, tutorials on how I do my different sounds in songs and go more into depth. So yeah, I'm really excited for that. I'm going to try to aim to do like 2 videos a week. I'm going to make some stuff on the spot as well. But yeah, super keen. Hope you guys are well, and thank you for watching.